Good morning, Rabbi Isai. I don't know if you were here last night, but because it got very late and I didn't want to hold the Israelis up outside past 11 o'clock. Anyway, as is, we got home about 12:30 a.m. So we had to stop Shiur on top of Ayin Tesam Beis. So we're a full Amid behind. Taner Rabbana. We're going to go back a couple lines just to get the sugya. Very gishmaki stuff today. Ayin Tesam Beis on top. Taner Rabbanan, Oisoi ves benoi, noig bikilayim ubekoi. Oisoi ves benoi. Oisoi ves benoi is the Isser that we discussed the other day to shecht certainly a mother and her offspring on the same day, a mother and her daughter, a mother and her son. And we had a machlokes if it also applies to a father and a son, a father and a daughter. On the one hand, the Torah says Oisoi, which refers to the father. On the other hand, it says that the Korach Achra of its Benoi, so there's a connection. And animals, the mother has a connection with her offspring, but the father does not. Right? It's not so much the human aspect of it, the animal aspect of it. The dedication that a mother naturally has for her offspring, Benoi. So it's Noyeg Bikilayim Ubekoi. So when you think about it, what are the differences between, that we know of right now, the difference between a behema and a chaya? What's the difference? Halachically. You have chaylev, you have kisui adam covering the blood only by a chaya, not by a behema. And oisoi ves benoi. It doesn't apply to a chaya. So when you have this case right over here on the screen, kilayim, which is you take a goat and a sheep and something else comes out, they're both behemas. So either way you look at it, there's a isser of oisoi ves benoi. The chiddush is when it comes to a kai. And that's another story we're going to learn today. What is a kai? A kai could be maybe a wildebeest. It could be a buffalo. The Gemara talks about maybe it's this, maybe it's that. But the way we're understanding it at this point, according to this Bandamar, it's actually something that's created today. It's not its own species. It's you take a chaya, a deer, and you take a behema, and now comes this guy in the middle called a koi, kvi. What's the difference between this and this? A big difference. When you have two behemoths, so then the offspring is a behema, 100% genetically behema. Over here you have a problem that 50% of it is actually a chaya. And on a chaya there's no isser of oisei ves benoi. So, Reb Eliezer Oimer, Klayim abomination min harochel, oisei ves benoi noigboy. The Tanna Kamma says there is oisei ves benoi by a koi. Says Reb Eliezer, no, I disagree. When is there oisei ves benoi? By kilayim. When you take a goat and a sheep and you put them together. But when you take a chaya and a behema and you put them together, koi ein oisei ves benoi noigboy. Okay? Now, let's talk about a koi. There's two possibilities. Even in this man, the Omar, that is one of the parents is a chaya, but it doesn't say which one. Maybe the mother is a chaya, or maybe the father is a chaya, and there's a huge difference, huge. Because when the mother is the chaya, so you know who the mother is, and we definitely go with the mother. We have a big question. That's part of today's sugya, a big part of today's sugya. Do we care about the father at all? Maybe yes, maybe not. But one thing for sure, we definitely care about the mother. And if the mother's a chaya, problematic. Amar Chizda, Eizu koi shenechu guboy Reb Eliezer v'chachamim. What koi are we talking about? Zeh haba min hatayish u'min hatzviya. When the mother is a chaya, like this picture right over here, the father is a goat, the mother is a chaya. The Gemara goes through it. Ilema, b'tayish haba tzviya. If it's this case right over here, v'yolda, because shachet la v'livra. If you shecht the mother, and so don't even look in the Gemara. Look at this picture right over here. You shecht the mother, who's a deer, and the son, who's a koi. chayiv or not chayiv on Oisef is benoi? What not chayiv? Because the mother is a chaya. She's 100% a chaya. And you cannot be over on one, even if one out of the two is a chaya, you can't be over on Oisef is benoi. Oisef is only by a behema. If the mother is 100% a chaya, so what if the child, if the fetus, the offspring is 50% a behema, but the mother is a chaya? So it can't be this case. Why? Over here, when the mother is a tzvi, the mother is a chaya, you're not over and Oisef is benoi. Ella. This case right over here. The father is a deer, and the mother is 100% a behema. The olda, and she had an offspring. Now you shecht her a behema with a 50% behema. Here's the question. But wait a minute. But in this case, you should be chayav for Oisef is benoi. Why? Sam rachmana ubenoi called the who. So at this point of the Gemara, and that's the discussion where that's a big sugya. And the sugya is Se'amar Achmana, does it have to be 100% a sheep or even 50% a sheep? We're going to see there's a man Omar that says, which is Reb Eliezer, who says that 50% is 0%. You have to be a thoroughbred. You have to be a 100%er. If you're a 75% sheep or 50% sheep, you're nothing. You're not a sheep. But at this point, Hakol Moiden Bihiti Yashu, but not Tzvi, if she's a behema and her Ubna Tzvi Shechayev. Why? Because her son is 50% a tayish, a goat, 50% a behema. Sem Rachmanu B'nai Kaldu. So says the Gemara, no, we're talking about the first case, that the mother is a chaya and the father is a behema. The Yolda Bas, Ubas Yolda Ben, here. Not this case. They had offspring, and that offspring had offspring. Oh, because Shachat Love Livra. What was the whole problem? The whole problem was that you shechted the one on the right, the top right, and she is 100% a deer. And 100% deer, you can't be over at 100% deer. One out of the two is a chaya, there's no Oisef is benoi. No, you didn't shech the chaya. You shechted the offspring with the offspring. The offspring is not 100% chaya, the offspring is 50% chaya. And the einikel is whatever, 100% like her mother, I don't know what. So now you didn't check the 100% chaya. When are you not over and Oisef? When one of them is 100% a chaya. We thought, without the baby in the bottom, we thought that we shechted the tzvi on the top right and her daughter. But the tzvi is a chaya. You can't do Oisef is benoi when one of them is a chaya. The answer is no. We didn't shech the chaya. We shechted the daughter of the chaya. The one that's 50%. We shechted her, and him. So Meila, that was the shaila. Because so I have to be concerned for the father, and who's the father? Who's the father in this case? A behema. So since there's a behema in the bas, so we have Oisef is benoi here. And I don't care how much behema is in the bas, even 50%, that's enough to be chayev and Oisef is benoi. At this point, the Gemara says, Reb Eliezer holds, I don't care at all about the father. Garnished. Father, I disregard him completely. So over here he says this aside, and we have to remember this aside, that according to Reb Eliezer, we stick with this. According to Reb Eliezer, I do not say Mikta says. I don't say that 50% sheep is a sheep. In other words, according to Reb Eliezer, 50% sheep is equal what? 0. 50% is 0. So if I have, like in this case, I have a bas that she's 50% goat, 50% deer. She's 100% deer. Because all I care about is the mother, and the mother's a deer. I don't care about the father. Ask the Gemara. Bomb question. Why are you giving me a whole machlokes in this case over here of a koi? It's a far-fetched. There's not a single person in this room that ever saw a koi in his life, I think, unless the koi is those animals in the safari that the Gemara is going to discuss later. But this kind of koi, who's ever seen one? A hybrid of a deer and a goat? And you're going into a whole machlokes. Do I care about the father? I not care about the father. I have a bomb machlokes, a real machlokes that's neged to us on a daily basis. Can I shecht a father bull and his son in the shlachtos today, every day on Sunday? They do shchitas every day. Do I have to be concerned about a father and a son? Do I care about the father, or we disregard the father? That would be a more important machlokes. So the Gemara, I would think that by a koi, I have to talk about the koi story. Why? Because by the koi, I would think I think there's no Israel at all. I think that usually Rabbanan do care about the father, but in this case, no, I need a real seh, 100% bread. So that's why we said the machlokes by a koi and not by the regular case of Oizer Zvinot. Now, the Gemara jumps into another case. We know there's a chiyuv of kisui adam. Now, Rabbi said again, let's do this chazarah. Who do you do that for? Who do you cover the blood? Only of a chaya. But you never do it for a cow, for a sheep, or a goat. So now I have a koi, and a koi is a combination of two things, of a chaya and a goat. On the tzad, on the 50% tzad that it's a chaya, I have to do kisei dam. On the 50% that it's a goat, I don't do kisei dam. So what do I do on Yantif? To do kisei dam would be aser. Stam. To cover a cow's blood on Yantif it's aser. So it says, you shouldn't shech on Yantif. In other words, we have a suffix. Remember that. It's a suffix. There's no vada here. I don't know what to do. Don't shech on Yantif. And if you went ahead and you shechted, you didn't listen, you don't do kisei dam. Then I ask, what's the case? If the mother is a chaya, so think about it for a second. If the mother is a chaya, should you do kisei dam or not? 100%. I don't care about the father so much. I know the mother is a chaya. Do you do kisei dam? You should do kisei dam. Why? Svi vafilu mixes svi. Even it's 100, it's 50% for sure. There's no question. It's 50%. We know who the mother is. 50% of the deer. Elo b'tzvi habalat yosha. No, the mother is a behema. The father is a chaya. V'yolda. Either Rabbanon, what do Rabbanon say? Choshesh l'zerav. I'm always concerned. I don't know, but I have to be concerned about the father. So the father is a deer. So listen to the chassid, just on the tzad. Maybe he's a chaya, this animal. So it's a mix of tzvi. Choshesh l'zerav. It's a little bit of a tzvi. Let's go do kisei dam. Either Reb Eliezer lishchoit v'lo lekasi. Reb Eliezer says I'm not concerned about a father at all. 50% father is 0%. Nothing. So the Gemara we're talking. Yes, we are talking about that the mother is a goat. So new thing, and we're going to stick with this. Not only going to stick with this, we're going to say everybody holds this. Now what? We don't know if I'm concerned about the father or not. It's a suffix if I am concerned about the father. So what do we have here again? The father is a deer. But I don't know if I should be concerned about a father or not. It's Yontif now. Should I be Mechal Yontif on the tzad that maybe I have to be concerned about the father? It's only 50%. It's a suffix. On a suffix, I'm not going to be Mechal Yontif. This idea that should I be concerned about the father is a suffix. I say, amachmir, I say, let's be concerned about the father, but not to the point where I should be mechal yantiv. Okay, so what's the obvious thing, the conclusion of Chayra? We have a machlokes between Rabbanan and Reb Eliezer. Rabbanan say, I have a suffix, if I should be choishish for the father or not. And Reb Eliezer argues, he says, is it bothering what? Ain't choishish. I don't care. Because Reb Eliezer and Rabbanan can't say the same thing. Or the Rabbanan misapkil to Reb Eliezer pshitalai. Rabbanan says it's a suffix if I care about the father. And Rabbanan say, I know for sure that I don't care about the father. The problem is we have another Allah. I showed you the picture of me giving Reb Yedidya. I'm showing you something else. A little different. This is what you have to give a kohen. These three parts. The jaw, the foreleg, and the stomach. Noyagim bekoi. Now, this halacha of matanis is only by a behema, not by a chaya. It's another thing. Matanis you don't give a kohen from a chaya. So now we have again the same question, same idea. We have a kohen. He's 50% chaya, he's 50% behema. What do I do with the jaw, with the foreleg, and the keva? Do I give it to the kohen or not? There's a little bit of a trick, not a trick. There's something different. What's different? When it comes to mamonis, you tell the kohen, I don't know if I have to give it to you. I don't know what the halacha is, but it's a 50-50. If you could prove to me what this animal is, what my chiyuv is, what the halacha is, then here, take it. But until you can prove it, you don't have it. Listen to this. We're almost on today's daf. Our boy said, don't worry about it. If the father is, the father and mother are both behemoths, so of course you have to give matanis, because either way you look at it, the father is this animal is a behemoth. One way here, father and mother are behemoth. One is a goat, one is a sheep. It's 100% a behemoth. Chayiv matanis. Minakoy, same thing like I said on the beginning of the Amid. Minakoy potim and matanis. But when this is a mixture of a chaya and a behema, then you potter from matanis. Why? Because on the side that it's a chaya, you potter. Says Gemara b'Maiskinon, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? If we're talking about a goat with a deer, the deer is the mother, the chaya is the mother, v'yoldo. Bishlam is a potter k'sovas and that we know, and then we're staying with that. Realizer holds that what? It cannot be 50% in order to be chayiv. It has to be 100% to be chayiv. And since the mother is a deer, you potter. No, sorry. No. Oh yeah, chayiv, chayiv. We're in matanas. So since the mother is a deer, and the deer is potter from matanas, potter 50%. Rabbanan say you are chayiv on 50%. The half of the mother of the tzvi part, the chaya part, so don't give half. So in that case, bring a raya that I care about the father, and the father is a behemoth. And if you could prove to me I care about a father, then you'll get 50%. But when the mother is a behema, so now there's 50% that you definitely have to give. Because I know the mother is a behema. I have to give at least the 50% of the mother. If I'm not choishish l'zerav, you hear the gevaldige kasher, or boy say, and this is a tremendous proof. And the Gemara sticks with this proof. If I don't care about the father according to Reb Eliezer at all, zero. So what's the mother? A behema. And a behema you have to give 100% matanis. You have to give, if it's a behema, then I have to give all the jaw, the foreleg, everything to the kohen. The only way to get out of it is if I care about the father, and the father's a chay and a chay, there's no matanis. But I don't care about the father. So why don't they give 100? Listen to this. We're talking about the father is a chayo. Oh, so we said if the father is a chayo, you should have to give 100% of the matanis.
The father's a chaya.
Father's a chaya. I don't care about the father. Right? Is also not sure. He's also not sure. So you know what the problem is? If Reb Eli is not sure and Chacham are not sure, so where's the machlokes? They both argue. I've never seen a machlokes that everybody agrees to each other. Chacham say, I care, I'm not sure, but I have to be concerned about the father. And Reb Eli says, I'm not sure, I have to be concerned about the father. They say the identical thing. So where's the machlokes? So that gives us a whole other sugya for Daf Pei Amud Aleph. Even though Rabbanim Sapkul this is machlokes, both of them are a suffix, but my prigi. Daf Pei Amud Aleph. The machlokes is exactly that nikuda. Is 50% sheep 100% sheep or 0%? Rabbanan Savri said afilu miksaseh. If 50% is a sheep, then it's 100%, and that applies also to chaya. 50% chaya, you're a chaya. This is how I said the loy miksaseh. Reb Eliezer holds no, and this we're going to be consistent with this for the rest of the day. The what? Lezer holds if something is 50%, 50% equals 0. Omer Apapa. Hilkach. In this case, what do we have here? I'll just show you. The mother is a deer, the father is a goat. When it comes to Kisei Adam, the mother is a deer. So the offspring is 50-50. 50% deer, 50% goat. Now, what happens with the Kisei Adam? The mother's a deer, 50% deer. And let's think about this. 50% according to Chachamim is enough. According to Reb Eliezer, 50% is 0. So what happens? According to Chachamim, since the mother's a deer, 50%, so the baby is 50%, 50% is enough. So you chayv in Kisei Adam, on Yontif. On Yontif. According to Reb Eliezer, you completely potter. But wait a minute. We said it's a suffix if you should do Kisei Adam or not. So maybe it can't be this case. On Yontif, what do you do on Yontif? Do you do Kisei Adam or not? Hilkoch, le'in Kisei Adam u'matanis le'mishkachas le'elu b'tzvi habo alat yosho. Why? It can only be in the reverse case. When the father's a deer. Because when the mother's a deer, the Chacham wouldn't say it's a suffix. 50% deer, the mother's 50% deer, is 100% deer. Yechayev. They say on Yontif, you shouldn't do Kisei Adam. It's a suffix. I don't know what to do. Why do they say it's a suffix? Why do they say I don't know? If the mother's a deer, it's 100%. It's not even a shiloh. And according to Reb Eliezer, it's not a shiloh. It's not a suffix. He also says it's a problem. Elamai, the father is a deer, and the mother is a goat. And on a goat, you don't do Kisei Adam. Elamai, I have to be concerned about the father. Both of them, Reb Eliezer and Chachamim are choishish. I care about it. But guess what? According to Reb Eliezer, I have to be concerned about the father. But that only makes it 50%. Even if I care about the father, it's how much? 50%. And 50% is 0% according to Reb Eliezer. But according to Chum, that I care about the father, 50% is enough. And Memela what? It's a suffix if I should do. It's a suffix, because maybe I have to be concerned about the father, maybe not. On the tzad that I have to be concerned about the father, I have to do Kisei Adam. But maybe I don't care about a father, maybe the father is garnished. So I do it mistafik. So it's mistafik. But according to Reb Eliezer, even if I know for a fact that the father's a deer, that only gives me 50%. The kai is only 50% deer. And on 50% equals 0. So therefore, potter. So the Gemara goes through these steps now. The only case is a deer, I just explained it. A deer with a goat. The first of all, we have a concern. Do I care about the father on the right? That's tzvi. That's number one. And then they have the machlokes. After I care about it, once I decide, okay, it's something if I care about it. And now what? So I care about it. So now at most, the koi is 50% deer, but also 50% goat. And a 50% is a nothing according to Reb Eliezer. And according to Chacham, I have to be concerned about 50%. But Matanis, the exact same thing. Here, let me show you Matanis. Check this out. Let's do Matanis. If the father is a deer, and you do not give Zerah L'chaim Keva for a deer, so what do? On the tzad, you see how Yoshi did it? This Chai is 50-50. On the tzad that he's a deer, he's potter. On the tzad that he's a behema, he's chayiv. But according to Reb Eliezer, let's think about it. According to Reb Eliezer, I don't care about 50%. Zero. MMA what? The father is a tzvi. It should be chayev. Let's see inside. Test. I had to change something else also. Okay. Where are we?
The Indian Oisai, the Espinoi.
L'inyan Oisai is Benoi. Mishkach a little bit being Tayi Shabbat Tzviya. Oh, I jumped maybe. No, I have to do matanas. So, if the mother is a goat, according to Reb Eliezer, you'd be no. Choshen Zerav. Hold on, Choshen Zerav. But it's only suffix. 1 minute. According to Chachamim, you'd have to be okay. According to Chachamim, you'd be chayiv in half. That's why it's potan chayiv. You'd be chayiv in half. Half matanas. You have to give half matanas on the side of the mother. You don't give 100% matanas. You give 50% matanas on the mother's side. You for sure have to give 50%. According to Chachamim, 50% maybe it's the father. Choshen Zerav. So you don't on the 50% you don't have to give. Unless he could prove that what Allah is. According to I wrote Potter.
That's right.
Oh, he changed it?
Half is nothing.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, so I don't know what happened. Okay. Potter. According to Reb Eliezer, since it's only 50% goat, it's 50% goat. It's good. Leave it in. Dave, leave it in. Go back. Yeah, according to Reb Eliezer, since it's 50% goat, so 50% you don't have to give matanas. You need 100% goat in order to give matana. Great. Le'inyan oisav is benoi mishkachas lo bein b'tay shabbat tzviya or bein b'tzviya abalat yasha. Now, when it's oisav is benoi, let's go to oisav is benoi. Here we go. Oisav is benoi. The chiyuv is only on a behema, not on a chaya. So it doesn't matter what. See inside. Whether the father is a behema, or let's do the opposite. Whether the mother is a chaya, or whether the mother is a goat, a behema. If the mother is a chaya, you don't get malchus on this. Why? Because since there's no oisav is benoi on a mother, on just a chaya, right? On a chaya there's no oisav is benoi. Just what? Maybe I have to care about the father. The father is a goat, and there is oisav is benoi on a goat. But that's a suffix, says Rashi, or just easier to understand. I don't know if I can give him malchus. Maybe I don't care about the father. Maybe I do care about the father. I can give him malchus. Rashi doesn't say that. Rashi says a little bit deeper, a little bit earlier. He says it's a hasra suffix. We're not going to get into it. He says you can't even give hasra. You can't even warn somebody that you're going to get malchus because you don't know what to warn him. You don't know if the father counts or the father doesn't count. Okay, but it's also. The Rabban Sabri Dimul Choshen Zerav. I have to be concerned about the father who's a goat. And they hold that 50% is 100%. I have to be concerned about a 50%er, and the father is a goat. Therefore, it's also to shech the father and the offspring. But you can't give malchus. Even if you say that, so according to Reb Eliezer, what would happen? Potter. It's not even. Because even, what's the worst case scenario? That I care about the father? He's only 50% goat. 50% is zero. According to the 50% is zero. Now you go to the next case, flip it. That the mother is the behema. And in a behema, there is a problem by Yisvis Benoi. You do get malchus, check this out. Also, and you get malchus. But according to Reb Eliezer, you don't get malchus. Why? The mother is 100% a behema. So just for that, you have to get, what about the father? So 50% is also okay. It's enough to get malchus. So Why? If I don't care about the father at all, so this thing is 100% a behema and a yoivin oizivis benoi. This is 100% a goat. Malchus leka, but on the tzad, if there's a father like a dil choshen zerav, he is. Both Reb Eli and Chacham don't know what to do. Do I care about the father? I don't care about the father. But maybe there is a father here that's a chaya. And if there's a father, a chaya, then you don't have 100% purebred behema. It's a 50. And 50 is 0 according to Reb Eli. All right, Rabbi Isaac, take a breather now. Now we're going to go into interesting sukkahs. What is a koi? And we go through all sorts of animals, geschmack videos. What is a koi? Amar Rabbi Yehuda koi bria b'fnei atzmihi. It's not this. It's not this that we're talking about the whole time. That the father is a chaya, the mother is a behema, or vice versa, and we have this massive animal, this interesting koi, kvi. That's how we learned in yeshiva. No. Why? Because Rabbi Yehuda holds that physically it's impossible for a chaya to get pregnant from a behema. So it just doesn't work. You can't put them together. But he holds that what? It's something. It's like one of these crazy animals in the safari, the wildebeest. It chooses its cut. It's a chaya. It's a behema. What is it? That's we were sitting there. We didn't know what it was. A buffalo. It's something, but we don't know what. We do know. It's this wild goat. I just threw in a picture here just for L'Stabris Ha'oizen. It's a little bit larger than a regular goat. It's a wild goat. You have it here in Eretz Yisrael. It's not an antelope. It's a wild goat. It's a massive goat. Ibex, like an ibex. Very good. That's a koi. It makes sense. It's not a goat, but it's like the next step up from a goat. A mountain goat. Now you have a big problem. Mountain goat, exactly. You have a big problem here. If it's a goat, then it's a chaylev is aser. If it's a mountain goat and it's a chaya, then it's chaylev is mutter. Are you mechuyev in matanas of it's all sorts of things? Rav Nachman Omar koi ze la bar ketanoi. So we have a koi tanoi geschmack stuff. Koi ze la bar. V'yesh oimrim ze habom and atayshim and atzviyah. Some say it's this mountain goat, and some say no. It's when you take a deer and a goat, you put them together, and ChatGPT says it doesn't even work. It doesn't work. Oh, okay? Like Rabbi Yehuda. ChatGPT always like Rabbi Yehuda. It's its own breed. It could be a moose. It could be a buffalo. And Chacham they didn't come to any conclusions. We don't know. Look at a buffalo. One of the most dangerous animals, and in certain areas it's the most dangerous animal in the safari. Without warning comes attacks you, kill. I have a video I'll show you soon. And we're going to have some repetition here. I'll prove to you, it's an animal. This is proof. When you could take, what's the difference between a chay and a behema? One of the big, can you domesticate? Can you take wildebeest? Can you take zebras and domesticate them? The answer is no. They're not domesticatable. Because that's the way that maybe one you could take and domesticate it in a circus. You can take a lion, but you can't take prides of lions and domesticate. You can't just that's a chai. These wild goats, these mountain goats, they're behemoths. You're allowed to bring it onto mizbeach. Someone like check out the psukim. Very important to see this. So I said behema. When the Torah says the behema, does not refer only to behemoths. It means all animals, even chayos. Why? The Torah says, Shor ksavim izim. That's what we know. Cows, sheep, and goats. Those are the only behemoths. Then the pasuk says, I just made it red and blue because I didn't want to get into a lot of colors. But there's another 7. Ayol, utzvi, v'yachmur, v'akoi, v'dishon, ustoy, v'zomer. We have no idea what these things are. Although, a lot of Sfarim claim they know. For instance, zomer, many people say zomer is a giraffe. And ustoy, they say it's a buffalo. But the Gemara is going to go through it. Maybe, I don't know what this, we're going to be discussing a lot the mountain goat. What is a mountain goat? Maybe it's one of these things in the puzzle that I don't know. Maybe it's the akoi. I don't know what akoi is, so maybe the Torah is talking about a mountain goat. In other words, so here's the knetz here. maybe it's a mountain goat, and therefore a mountain goat doesn't belong in pasuk Dalet, belongs in pasuk Hey. A big nafkamina. If you tell me a mountain goat is an A's, so it's a behema. So then it's chayla aser. Then you can bring it on the mizbeach, and this, that. But if you tell me that a mountain goat is an akoy, belongs to pasuk Hey, that's already a chayoy. Chayla is mutter, offer on the mizbeach, etc. Kisi adam, all the stuff. So you can't do more than this. The honey and these mountain goats, these wild goats, since it's not in this pasuk, look, I don't see a mountain goat over here. So obviously we're talking about that it is part of the pasuk, but it's included in izim. It's a goat, it's a mountain goat, so it's part of the behemoth, it's not the chayes. Wait a minute. Don't have trauma. It's 22 seconds. Now we're not even going to klal prat to klal. That's how short this thing is. We're only doing klal prat. That's it. Maybe we have a klal and a prat. When the Torah says behema, it means all animals. And the Torah says ayol tzvi. The Torah said a bunch. So Melo nasta klal musav ala prat. It's a pratu klal. It tells you only these, and then it adds many more. Maybe the mountain goat is not included in the pasuk, but it's still a chaya, because the Torah is expanding. It's not only these 7, it's 8, 9, 10 also, including mountain goat, which is not in the pasuk. So you want to know that's not good. Then why did the Torah say 7? The Torah should have said 3, 5. Why 7? To tell you only these, and therefore the concept of pratu klal flies out the window. Ask the Gemara, maybe this goat is a chaya, and it's the last word on the second to last line over here. You and I have no clue what akoy is. You know what akoy is? A mountain goat. Maybe it's the soy on the bottom line. Oi. Mino, the Zemer, maybe Zemer, who told you Zemer is a giraffe? Maybe Zemer is a mountain goat. Zemer and giraffe don't sound even the same. Oh, this mountain goat, you're allowed to eat it, chaylev. That tells me what? That it is a chayo. Could I put it on? Is it a behema? So a lot of people say Shara Bar is a buffalo. This is not Shara Bar min behemo. There's a machlokes, is it a behemo? Now anybody that went to the safari knows the kasha over here, understands this perfectly well. And I'll show you in a second. A buffalo. Oh, why? Listen to this. This word soy in the Torah, look it up. The Unkelos says turbala. What's turbala if you think about it? Tar. What's a tar? Tar is a bull. Turbala. Sharabar. Mina the behemo. Oh, it's a behemo. But you know what? It's in the pasuk of Chayes, right? It's right in there. I'll see Yachmor V'Akoy. These are Usoi. I'm sorry. Usoi. Says Gemara. Where am I? Here, it's in the pasuk with the chayas. Mina the chayu. So obviously, yes, it looks like a behema, but look what it acts like. Have you ever seen a sheep throw a person up in the air 25 feet? Yeah, sometimes they do go a little crazy. This mountain goat is 100% a behema. It's a goat. As we had before, just repeating. Maybe it's a soy, maybe it's a soy, or maybe the zemer. The Radak says a zemer is a giraffe. Many others say a zemer is a giraffe. The Kitzur, I think the consensus is by a lot of the Sfarim is that a zemer is a giraffe, a soy is a buffalo. No 100% concrete things. Ameimar Shari Tarbayu, he held their chaya, and a mountain goat you're allowed to eat even its fat. Kesad Hashoichet. Omer Revishaya. This is very simple, because if you remember, when we did the 12 cases and everybody's into it, we're going to do 2-3 cases now. Our Mishnah cannot go like Reb Shimon by Yochai. Let's do the case. I'll remind the Olam. Kachim b'chutz. What do we have? We have a mother and her son that are korbanos, and you shechted it outside of the Beis Hamikdash. Outside of the Beis Hamikdash, you have a korban. Outside of the Beis Hamikdash, so the first one that you shecht is kares and malchus. We have two cases. We have the mother and the offspring are outside of the Beis Hamikdash. The first one he messed up on. The second one, we want to say it's Oisav is Benoi. The second one, the son, you're over on Malchus. That's what we said. The problem is, one Yisod. Reb Shimon bar Yochai holds that anytime you shecht an animal illegally, in other words, where you cannot eat the meat, it's zero shchita. You're going to hear a chiddush now that you can't believe it. It's not a shchita. Not a shchita. So in Mela, if it's not a shchita, then what happened to the second one? The second one all of a sudden becomes available to the Beis Hamikdash. I could have shechted the son inside the Beis Hamikdash. Why? Because it's not Oisav is Benoi. Why can I shecht the mother? Why can I shecht the son? Because I already shechted the mother. But I didn't shecht the mother. I shot the mother. Oisav is Benoi is only when I do shechita to the mother. I can't do shechita to the son. What if I shoot the mother? I'm allowed to shecht the son in the same day. If I shecht the mother and it's zero, why is it zero? Because I can't eat the meat. It's possible. It's outside of the Beis Hamikdash. Then I could shech the mother. Then I do have the ability to shech the son in the Beis Hamikdash. And if I shech the son, and now I shechted it outside, I should be chayiv kares on the son. And it doesn't say that. The Mishnah doesn't say chayiv kares. Only malchus. So it can't be Reb Shimon. Let's see. Reb Shimon like Reb Shimon midikotani kodshim b'chutz harishon chayiv kares u'shnei psulim u'shnei psulim sabar b'chti shamin Reb Shimon the Omar. Last line on page. If you have a shchita that doesn't allow me to eat the meat, so the first one you didn't shecht. What did you do? You murdered it. You killed it. And if you killed it, then the second one you're allowed to bring the son into the Beis Hamikdash that day. It's not mechus zman. Sheidim miskal b'fneimu. And since you didn't bring him inside and you shechted it outside of the Beis Hamikdash, what happens? Kares nine of the chayiv you get. Kares and malchus on the second one. So it can't be according to Reb Shimon. Let's keep on going. I know that we have to see sponsors, but let's do the next case. Chulin Daf. You have two animals, the mother and the son. He brought them inside the Beis Hamikdash. The first one you were now allowed to bring to the Beis Hamikdash. Why? It's Chulin, and you shell it inside. What do you get for the first one? It's only an Isra Asay, so nothing happens. Sheni miskal b'fnimu. Sorry, no. Chulin b'fnim shteim psulim sheni so yizar. It's only possible you don't get anything. You don't get malchus for the first one. The second one you get but according to Reb Shimon, the first one you murdered, you didn't shecht. So the second one is not Oisav Benoi. Okay? If you shecht two kachim inside, what happens? We have to put in this, the editor should put in kachim b'fnim. Take it from the shiur before. Kachim b'fnim. You put two korbanos inside the Beis Hamikdash. The first one is 100% good, perfect. The problem is on the second one. Now this chiddush is going to blow everybody's mind. Kachim b'fnim, arishon kachim u'podav hasheni sov yitzar b'ayim. Upasul. The first one is great. The second one you get malchus. Why? Because the Oisav is Benoi. The Gemara is timing that even the first one is not a good shchita. Why? Why you can't eat it now? Why can't you eat it? Because you can't eat it right away until you do zrikas adam. It's not like shechting an animal in a shlachtos, where the moment I shecht it, I can eat it. Over here, I have to perform another avodah. I have to do zrikas adam. It's unbelievable. So it's not royal achila. If it's not royal achila, it's not a shchita. The guy told you you're gonna be surprised there. The common zarg dam, as long as you don't do zrikas dam, lo mishteri basar. So what if you did zrikas dam 5 minutes later? But at the time of the shchita, you didn't do zrikas dam. So it wasn't a shchita that allowed you to eat at that point. According to Reb Shimon, the first one was not a shchita, it was a killing. So why do you get Oisav Benoi? No, like Reb Shimon, the Mishnah can't be like Reb Shimon. Says the Gemara, what do you have to tell me this chiddush? Of course the Mishnah is not Reb Shimon. No, this unbelievable chiddush. Shchitas kachim tzrichalei. That everybody was wondering what's going on there. But it is a good shchita, and I'll prove it to you. What if you killed an animal in the zrikas adam? For sure you can't eat the meat. So in the Beis Hamikdash you do shecht and you do eat the meat later. Why? Because it is a good shchita. Mr. Basar, shchita ruihi, kamash malon. No, you need a tzira for those two things. But at the end of the day, according to Reb Shimon, that's not considered a good shchita. So it comes out a peldic thing. That according to Reb Shimon, by kachim there's never oisav as benoi. It's impossible. Wow. It is a wow. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schutz of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shiur today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.